Thank
you.
you. I don't think it's me.
Peace and love, peace and love. That's all I'm thinking of, baby. Peace and love. You got it. Peace and love, peace and love. That's all I'm thinking of, baby. Peace and love. Riding around in a Volkswagen van, thinking about the people upside down in Japan, staring at the stars in a distant galaxy, wondering if there's someone out there staring back at me, singing peace and love, peace and love. That's all I'm thinking of, baby. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. That's all I'm thinking of, baby. Peace and love. Sometimes I think I might just move up to Vermont, open a bookstore or a vegan restaurant. I got crazy karma, never harmed a single soul. So if you wanna join me, then together we'll grow old. We'll never live forever, but baby, things could be worse. Yeah. 'Cause when we get together, we are one with the universe. Peace and love, peace and love. That's all I'm thinking of, baby. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. That's all I'm thinking of, baby. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. That's all I'm thinking of, baby. Peace and love.
Woke up this morning for the sun come out. Surrounded by darkness, I was covered in doubt. But then I remember this light don't burn out. It's gonna shine, it's gonna shine. Let it shine.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Come on, stand up with us. Sing this little light of mine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, you know that I'm gonna let it shine. Let Thank you. Thank you so much, Unity. And now we welcome up our host, Mark.
Talk about amazing. Are we privileged or what? How about another round of applause for Lynn, Amy, and Jesse, and Brian on the drums. Good morning and welcome to Unity Naples Sunday service. I'm your host today. My name is Mark Russell. I am on the Board of Trustees, and it is truly my honor to be with you. As we continue to monitor the situation regarding the COVID-19 virus, we thank you for your understanding and patience during this time. We appreciate you adhering to the CDC guidelines, most importantly, wearing your masks and social distancing while in the sanctuary and on campus. If for any reason during service you need to leave, please use the doors back by the sanctuary, and when you re-enter through the doors that you came into. If you're so inspired, you can lend a helping hand on Sundays by becoming part of our Sacred Service ministry. You can sign up on our Sacred Service page on our website. We truly appreciate all of the hands that go into making this Sunday service a pretty amazing event. Holding vigil this morning is Linda Collins. Linda, are you here actually? Linda is sitting in meditation, maintaining an intentional inner awareness that love is all there is, and that our celebration service and all of us are under God's care. Remember, we're a social media friendly church. Throughout the service, feel free to use your social media platforms to share anything that inspires or moves you. But please remember to do all this with your phones in the silence mode, because only in silence can we hear God's voice. In service to keeping us connected during this time, Unity has lots of ways to help you grow spiritually, from the comfort of your own home, coffee shop, on campus, or wherever your happy place is. Check out our website for all of our wonderful virtual offerings, and here are a few featured events online and on campus this week. We have prayer and meditation live on the Unity Naples Facebook and YouTube at noon, Monday through Friday. Each day has a different theme. Check out our website and Facebook page for more details. Wednesdays at 11 a.m. is the Life Study Book Club with Reverend Eileen Chernow, currently studying the book Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. This book study is offered online via Zoom. The Zoom link is available in our e-newsletter, website, and social media pages. Every second Wednesday of the month, join us for Healing Crystal Ball service, facilitated by the gifted Linda Collins. CDC guidelines are in place. We will be socially distancing and masks are required. Bring a mat and melt into the divine with the gorgeous sounds of the singing bowls. $15 to $20 suggested love offering. We have Zumba with Lisa Richardson's Mondays and Thursdays at 9 a.m. This will be held in the parking lot. Social distancing and CDC guidelines are in place, and a love offering is also suggested. We've got some wonderful news going on. If you love gardening, we're inviting you to help make the Unity grounds flourish even more than they are already. Let us know that you'd like to serve through gardening. You can sign up and learn more on our Unity Naples website. Pleased to announce that our bookstore and cafe, Higher Grounds, is open. We're cautiously stepping into the safe fellowship after service and raising funds for the next expression of Higher Grounds. Join us for coffee, snacks, and a socially distanced community connection. There'll be special sales. Stock your spiritual library at greatly reduced prices. A reminder that Unity Naples is a non-denominational spiritual community anchored in loving acceptance. If you're here with us for the first time, please know that whoever you are and wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are always welcome here. And now let's sit back, take a deep breath, take a moment to quiet our minds in meditation.
Taking a moment to look around breathe in this beautiful day. Become aware of the environment in which you're in. Noticing the floor, the chairs, the walls, the ceiling, the wood, the people, the nature. God is in all of it. God is. The presence of this perfect love, this creative energy. It flows and reveals itself as all of this. And so much more than the eye can see. And with that knowing, I invite you to, when you're comfortable, close your eyes and release the external world, which is really the effect of spirit. And breathe your attention inward, connecting to the I am presence within. Allow yourself to sink easily within yourself, going deeper and deeper. Imagine as you just let yourself gently float downward like a feather coming down from a tree, swaying easily. That all the noise of the world floats further and further away, becoming smaller and smaller in the distance. As you allow yourself to be in the stillness of your being. It's like the depths of the ocean where it's so calm and constant. Even allow any image that your mind has made up about yourself, any kind of symbol of a body, let that disappear so that there's only awareness. It's peaceful. It's easy. It's connected to all of life. Breathing in, I am that. And imagine that all that is, it turns its attention towards you and it says, I am you. Relax even more. I am the Holy One. I am the love that God is. And it is this love that sustains me. As you know this to be who you are, know that this is true for everyone. Leave no one out of this divinity. Leave no one out of this holy moment of deep surrender. As I am that, everyone is. We welcome the love and the guidance of the Holy Spirit We activate the energy of forgiveness. And we ask that our hearts and minds be opened to fully be present for today's experience, the shared experience, to your individual miracles that are here for you. Let all else go as we come together to be here now. Let's take one nice deep collective breath. Everyone breathe in together. Deep, 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 deep. Stretch the body with that breath. And as we exhale, we bring our attention easily back into this room, knowing we are blessed and guided, opening your eyes when you're ready.
Nothing you can do that can't be done. Nothing you can sing that can't be sung. Nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game. It's easy. There's nothing you can make that can't be made. No one you can say that can't be saved. Nothing you can do, but you can learn how to be you in time. It's easy. Oh. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love, love, love is all you need. There's nothing you can know that isn't known. Nothing you can see that isn't shown. No way you can be that isn't where you're meant to be. It's easy. Oh. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love, love, love is all you need. All you need is love.
All you need is love.
All that you need is love. All you need is love. Love, love, love is all you need. All you need is love. Love, love is all you need.
Thank you.
That was good, yes. As Mark said, we truly are very, very blessed here. We truly are. Let me get this in order. There we go. So we are in a conversation of talking about the four kingdoms of consciousness. Four Kingdoms of Consciousness was put together as a way to experience ourselves in consciousness from different vantage points, and to be able to look at them and see their strengths, their challenges, and to be able to, as we identify where we are in consciousness, make, if you will, conscious choices on Who do you want to be? How might you want to shift? How do you know thyself? Which is really the theme for this month, is know thyself. And that is a very spiritual thing to do. And this is the format, if you will, in which we're going to look at knowing ourselves. So the first consciousness that we looked at a couple weeks ago is called to me. And just to do a quick review on that, that is when you believe life is happening to you. You're at the effect of things. It's called victim consciousness. It's someone else's fault. There's someone to blame for what is happening here. And if we can figure out who it is and get rid of them and point the finger at them, then we think our problem will be solved, right? If that would have worked, if it could have worked, it would have worked many, many, many centuries ago. But the truth of the matter is, it is a broken, very low vibration way of knowing ourselves and experiencing the world. And it is very much the common agreed upon way to be in the world in cultures. It exists in our religions. It exists in our school system. It exists in our families. It exists in our companies, our corporations. There's a villain and there's a victim. And then there's the hero that comes in. The challenge is all three of those roles exist inside the victim to me consciousness. The thing that keeps this particular state of mind and being in place is blame. And it is the need to be right. And it is the inability to take responsibility. The driving energy is guilt and shame. Very, very low vibrations. Now, we all know this place very well. Not judging it, we're shining the light upon it so that we can begin to notice, I'm in the victim consciousness. And if you have been doing that since we've been talking about it, you might also go, this is not easy to get out of sometimes. I'm actually pretty committed to know myself in this box. That's okay. Even that's good awareness. That's knowing yourself. That's recognizing how strong that consciousness can be in each one of us, depending on how and when and who triggers it, right? But no matter how big the problem, no matter how much it screams that something is being done unto you, it's not true. And it's a big, big dose of metaphysical medicine to take, to acknowledge that it is not true that I am at the effect. Then we move into beginning to take responsibility. And as we do that, we can begin to shift our energy and our focus, and we can begin to change our reality and our thinking. We can't change anything in the to me consciousness. It's just repeating the past, just recycling and repeating and rehashing. But as we begin to take responsibility and say, I'm not that, that's not happening to me, and there's a better way, we can then let's move to the next one, which is the consciousness of by me. Denise, who did a wonderful teaching on this last week, talked about the idea, I hope I get this right, but in to me consciousness, God's asleep in the back seat and the ego's driving. And in the by me consciousness, it's like they're sharing the drive on the journey, right? God is in the front seat. And even perhaps there's a way to create partnership. Because what you realize is that you are a co-creator with life. You are able to draw unto yourself what you desire. You're wired to do this. It got a real bad rap in the time of The Secret. If you all remember when that movie came out, it was super exciting, and then it got attacked, which is what the ego does in Kingdom 1, right? But the principles inside of that, I never got upset with The Secret because I thought, if it works for one, that's awesome. And the truth is it works for all. Now, the judgment that comes in mind on this particular one, which we do have to pay attention to in consciousness too, is identification with things that we create. Consumerism, taking in all of the the things that we have manifested, and identifying ourselves as that. As we become our things, that's where we become trapped. We become trapped in Kingdom 2 when we believe that the house, the car, the clothes, the body, the things you have or don't have are who you are. That's not. That's taking you actually back into 1 again. See, that 1, it's got a pull to it. It's very sneaky. It's very sneaky. But the joy of Kingdom 2 is realizing the power you have to manifest, to create, to draw into yourself, and to manifest something and go, oh, I thought I wanted this and I don't. Manifest it away, create something else. It's an abundant universe. There's never an emptiness to God. And you'll never hit bottom with God. So it's a wonderful place to play and create. And I believe, and as Rev D taught last Sunday, is that it's a necessary part of our spiritual evolution. Because if we try to bypass that one because of judgments or because of maybe you just can't quite figure it out, so you just want to jump into I'm one with God, which is true. But if you want to bypass creating the fundamental foundation for your life and the ability to cause that, then there's some you've got to go back. You get to 10th grade, but then you got to go back and do 7th grade over. Just not fun. Just not fun. So we celebrate Kingdom 2 and know when you're in it and enjoy it, because I think this is when joy starts to get activated. Who doesn't love creating things? That's what we're wired to do. It's great. And then the movement that is required, because there is a point where it's like, okay, that's fun. What next? We get to a point where being in the driver's seat is not the ultimate place we want to sit. And then it becomes the time to surrender, which is the movement from Kingdom 2 to Kingdom 3. To surrender the I that we experience doing it. To surrender the I am co-creating. I am intending this. I want blue, not yellow. I want this, not that. To realize that there's more than that. And to surrender all of that and say, thy will be done. And to me, that is the doorway to Kingdom 3. When you begin to know that the will of God, a flow of goodness inside of you as you, knows where to go, it knows how to draw into itself, and it's going to feel even better. Suddenly, you're less concerned about where you're doing it or who's watching or how you're doing it. You're more concerned about the experience of being it. It's also known as the channel, when you become the channel for the flow of Spirit. There's lots and lots of ways that you have this in your life. We all are uniquely wired to have an experience of being the flow, being in the flow. And what's beautiful about this, there's no past. You can't be in the past and in the flow. There's not even a future. You can't imagine where you're going and be in the flow. It's that magical, I am here, nothing else is happening, and you're all consumed. It's kind of a timelessness to it. You're not watching the clock. You're not paying attention to when will this be done. If you're in the when will this be done, you might not be totally in the flow of it, right? I want to show you some physical examples of what the flow looks like. So first of all, something that we're very familiar with, maybe. Anything? There we go. Music. We all relate to the joy of music, right? We love music because one of the components is the musician very often is being a channel. And so music becomes art. Music becomes something that moves our soul. But why did it move our soul? Not because of the notes, not because the way the notes are put together to make it a little ditty, but because of the spirit that's inside of it and in back of it that makes you go, oh. You feel it because the musician is being it. So whenever someone is in their flow, we want like, oh, I want to watch that. I want to see that. I want to be around that, right? Another example of that is painting. Of course, I think we've got lots of painters down here. It's such a joyous thing. And it's, again, what moves a picture to a piece of art. When we're looking at a picture that really captures us, and the ego does have fun. It likes to go, well, the way they use the dots and the way they use their swoosh there, and there's like the art critics and the people that want to be sort of very analytical about it. That's one way to think about it. But for me and for many of us, it's just we feel something. Something stirs in us because the artist was I believe, the artist was in a through me experience when they were painting. And that is life. And that life energy remains in the painting. So you're not looking at just a dead canvas with paint on it. You're feeling something that's alive in there. Isn't that amazing? It's through me. What are some other ideas we've got? Surgeons, doctors, nurses, people who are doing any kind of craft that they've given many, many years of their study to and their expertise, where their full focus is required to be successful. We also have parenting. Couldn't leave them out. I have no doubt they're in a joyous through me experience where something becomes larger and more important than yourself, right? What else do we have? Oh, this one is I saw this picture, I had to grab it. I think hospice workers, people who sit with people who are chaplains, or people whose calling is to be with someone either through an illness or through the time of letting go of the body. Such an amazing thing. A stranger sits by a stranger's bed, takes their hand, and something happens. Love comes alive. The person doesn't even know the person, and yet they know the person. A real chaplain or hospice worker who sits in through me meets every one of these like a divine appointment. And they always say, although to those of us who don't have that, that's not my through me experience. So whenever you're seeing someone do a through me experience that isn't yours, it can look tiring or hard. And you're like, how do they do that? Well, you don't, that's not your flow. But they will say they feel so alive. They feel so grateful. They actually feel bigger and filled to themselves. Thank God for these wonderful people whose through me experience of life is in service to holding the hand of another. So it's so simple. And do we have another one? Oh yeah, just I use this image to just reference any kind of joyous sport that you're playing. In fact, this morning I sat on the golf field, which I clearly am not a golfer, on the golf course. Be it out running, be it out biking, be it on the pickleball court, be it whatever. When you're in a game that you're enjoying and you're fully present for it, that can be the example of a through me experience. Now, we have through me experiences where people become Olympic athletes. That's a very different kind of experience of it, but it's all the same wave. If it's your joy of doing it at the level you do it, or it's someone receiving a gold medal, it's the same energy at different layers of experience. So those are the physical examples of what through me looks like. What's in back of through me? What is required to be there? Now I said surrender gets us there, but what keeps us there is trust. We must trust, learn to trust that it is God that's sustaining us and that we won't be left out of the cold. It's God moving through us to that which is wanting to be created. And we trust it so fully that it can't do anything else. I have a dear friend, a mentor friend of mine. I just love him. I really know him as quite an awakened soul. And I had the blessing of spending 5 or 6 years of just being a friend with him and him mentoring me in my life. And he is also a teacher of this idea. And it was a January up in Chicago, beginning of the year, like New Year's weekend. And we were taking a winter walk through Lincoln Park. I know you guys probably can't even imagine that. But we had our parkas on, and we were walking in the beautiful winter, the beautiful snow. And he said to me that he was making a commitment this year. I don't remember what year it was because I don't think backwards well. But he said, I'm only going to make my living in the through me consciousness. I'm done taking jobs in the lower vibrations. I'm not doing it. I'm just saying no. And this guy, he's very prayerful, he's very conscious, and if he says like he's going to do something, he's spent months preparing himself for it. So these are not light words. I immediately know that what he's speaking is true. I'm like, that's amazing. It really was amazing. So fast forward through the year, and maybe November, October, we were talking, and I said, and we hadn't talked about this in a while, I said, how did your through me year go? How was this for you? Did you do it? Were you able to stick with it? And he said, absolutely. He only did through me ways of being in the world and ways of generating his life. I said, how did it go? He said, I made an extra $700,000 this year. I'm serious. I'm serious. I don't want to make it about the money, but I kind of want to make it about the money. That is a true story. Now, again, this is someone whose consciousness has been building and working, and it wasn't a 0 to 100. It was a real, like, this is my next step, and I'm ready to prove this in my own life. It's such a great example story, because wherever we are, if we will take 2 feet into through me consciousness, whatever that is for you, you too will begin to expand. You can't help but to attract unto you opportunities, people that you never knew before. Things will appear that are amazing. Absolutely amazing. One of my best new friends, some of you may know him, his name is Aaron. We met 10 months ago. 10 months ago, and we've got this amazing body of work that we're enjoying creating. I didn't know this person before 10 months ago. But we came together, I believe, because we love each other's through me. And then that dances. Your through me dancing with someone else's through me is wonderful. It truly is. And I do want to call out, by the way, I want to add one more important component to this, which is if your through me is like the details, the accountant, the numbers, the I crossed, or the I dotted, the T crossed, I can't even say it right. If your through me is the details, God love you, we need you. That's a wonderful gift that you bring to the world, and it is not minimal. Because if those aren't there, then nothing actually gets the chance to fly. So every person, and I really believe that if the world were living in a through me experience where everyone just was busy enjoying their experience of it, the gem we're sharing, the puzzle pieces would come together. I don't know how to do that. Oh, you know how to do that? Awesome. Things would click together. And the experience would be in the overflow because it's who we are. But when we find ourselves struggling in the lower vibrational consciousness and we spend time there, more time than in through me, that's where we get in trouble. So Charles Fillmore said, I didn't say this earlier, he says, I refuse to be anxious about tomorrow or even the next minute. I know that God does provide for the fulfillment of God's divine idea, and I am that divine idea. This is the consciousness. That quote will put you in the center of through me. And it will flow. It truly will. My invitation to you is to practice your through me. A minute a day. You don't need to attach it to anything. Just what brings you joy. And don't walk around going, I don't know what my through me is. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that. What makes you happy? For me, it's dancing. For me, I need to dance at least a minute a day. That's all I need to do. And that activates a flow of joy and energy for me that is just, I'm wired for it. I'm absolutely wired for it. And it just turn on the music, I move my body, I'm like, okay, what's next? You've got your version of that. And by the way, it doesn't exclude being. The third, I'm talking about a lot of doing. I want to back up a step and say the third consciousness of through me also is the being. So you may be the one that says, my being is going to watch the sunset. My being is just relaxing and taking some time, maybe journaling some thoughts. Like we're not looking for big waves. We're looking for your experience of it. Wherever you are, as you are. It might become a big wave. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Because this is what I know. When you're in your through me consciousness, everyone's being blessed. Your family's getting better. The problems that you think are important begin to dissolve and solutions start to come. When you're in the through me experience, I really do believe that the world is becoming a better place. I really do. Those are not just words. When you are in your through me, the world is being blessed. And if we get enough through me activated people, the consciousness begins to lift. Yes? Let's move this into prayer. Take a deep breath. If it's comfortable for our chaplains or ministers to stand, you can do that, or you can remain seated, whatever's good for you. These are your chaplains, your prayer chaplains and ministers. These are your people who spend time studying how prayer works so they can serve you. And I stand on their shoulders as I pray.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be.
Take a deep breath again. Let it be is the third consciousness, is the through me consciousness. Let it be. Let it be. Let the gifts of God's love be that which flows through me. Let the natural talents and joys and creative expression that live within me, let them be enlivened and activated in this wonderful flow. Let us be the conduits of healing, of truth, of love, of possibility. Let us surrender that victim to me consciousness. Let it just dissolve as we let ourselves awaken and open to the flow. I am that. I am that love. I am that vessel. I am those solutions. I am the way. I am the knowing. I am the revelation of God's love. I am the freedom. I am the joy. I am the wholeness. I am that which I am and was and always will be. There's nothing else happening except this divine power, this presence, this truth. I am that. I am that. I am that. Take a breath.
Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be.
Sing along.
Let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper
We take a deep breath as we give great gratitude for the fulfillment of the prayer of this consciousness as that has been created. We are blessed. We are that. It is so good. And so it is. Amen. 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 Thank you. Thank you. And now is your opportunity to share your gifts with Unity. We're so grateful for your contributions. We know God is our source. We know that. We practice that. We believe that. And we also know that God as source looks pretty cute today. So however you feel called to share your gifts with us today to support the mission and the vision, we're so grateful. We'll invite Mark back up to share with you how we do that as together we say, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
As Reverend Mark said, we have a variety of ways for you to give. First, you can give through our website at unitynaples.org/giving. There you'll find a Donate Now button. We also have the option of giving through text. Send the word GIVE to 239-230-4704. That's 239-230-4704. If it's your first time giving this way, you'll receive a link with additional instructions. And if you've given this way before, through text, you simply will text a dollar amount to that number. And of course, you can always mail a check to Unity Naples at 2000 Unity Way, Naples, Florida, 34112. For anyone giving cash or check while you're here in the sanctuary, please place your gift in the drop boxes as you exit, both in the back and outside in the courtyard. And now back to our music team for some additional musical inspiration.
We don't have to worry, the past is forgiven, yesterday's over, tomorrow's unwritten. We're not gonna hurry, we'll get there somehow. The only moment that matters is now. Sing it with us. Now, now, wonderful now, the home of the Spirit, the holiest ground. Now, now, glorious now, the only moment that matters is now.
So we take a moment to give thanks for the gifts that have been given, but remembering that God is our source, that God is the source for Unity Naples. And I bless the gift and the giver, for truly it is one and the same. Great gratitude. We let it be, and so it is now, and so it is. Amen and amen.
The only moment that matters is now. The only moment that matters is now.
That actually is an original song by them. Isn't that wonderful? So good. So I do want to tell you a few more things coming up. I am offering a free webinar online called Forgive Money, Wednesday, March 3rd. It'll be the Wednesday prior to an 8-week online abundance class that I'll be teaching, actually a book study. It's called It's Not Your Money Anyway. It's a fantastic book. But I'm going to kick it off with doing a forgiveness practice and experience. So if you have anything, like if I ask for money and you're like, ugh, or you check out or do something, that's a sign you need forgiveness. If you're bothered when someone talks about money, why do they talk about money? That's a sign you got a problem, right? No judgment, but let's bring it to the practice we know works. So consider joining me for this forgiveness webinar. All you live streamers too, you can go to unitynaples.org. It's right there. You can register for the free webinar. And here's the great news. If you're busy Wednesday, March 3rd, and you sign up, you get the replay video. It's just like Netflix. You can watch it whenever you want. It's all up to you. But you do need to register. So please join me for that webinar, and you'll learn a little bit more about the abundance class. Maybe you'll take it, maybe you won't, but don't miss this one, okay? Thank you so much, and welcome back, Mark.
Our annual meeting is happening this coming Sunday, February 28th. Join the conversation as we create a more fulfilling experience of membership. With our board of directors, we will review the past year and a vision for our best 2021. You can join us in person or virtually, register on our website, and let us know you'll be joining us. We're grateful for our amazing members and look forward to expanding Spirit with all of you. Please know this, we're here for you. We want to stay connected to you, and we ask for your help in doing this. Please be sure to like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Unity of Naples. Please go to our page often to receive the latest updates. Additionally, join our private Unity Naples Facebook group. It's a wonderful virtual way to connect and share with other Unity Naples community members. Learn about our virtual classes and events, watch our inspirational live streaming videos, participate and connect with our amazing community. Please make sure we have your email. Visit our website, unitynaples.org, where you'll find a place to add your email address. If you're affected by this current health crisis or are experiencing challenges and you'd like prayer support, please call our office and leave your name and number. We'll do our best to call you back within 24 hours. Our office number is 239-775-3009. For immediate prayer, please call the Silent Unity Prayer Hotline at 1-816-969-2000, or you can always email us at prayer@unitynaples.org. We'd like to welcome and honor any first-time visitors and newcomers here today. If you're comfortable, please raise your hand so we can honor you. Any newcomers in the... We truly appreciate your presence with us today. Located in the back of the sanctuary, after service, there's a gift waiting on the table for you to show our gratitude for your being here with us. Please remember at the end of service, as you exit the sanctuary, to exercise social distancing. And now, Reverend Mark.
Thank you, Mark. So today, I want to announce with a heavy heart and sadness that Patrick and I have decided we are going to be leaving Unity Naples. Yes. Our time has come to a completion for us here. We truly have loved so many of you in this time, but we're feeling called to go home. We have aging parents that we want to take care of, and we just have that feeling that it is where we belong. So we will be here through the end of April, which I'm excited about. At least we can have some months together to talk, to connect, and to pray. Always happy to answer your questions and to be with you in the experience of it. Whenever change comes, it's an opportunity to be very vigilant for God. So I invite you to do that. What I am so proud of are so many things. Number one, this music team, which I absolutely... If there's any way that I can be in Kingdom 1 and steal them, I will. I will put them in a suitcase if I have to. Our amazing, the board of directors that is teed up to be of service is phenomenal. They're phenomenal. The staff and Reverend D, who's come on board, like it's all God is orchestrating it. I can see how everything is being put into place for what is wanted. The prayer chaplains that are here, it's amazing. When I got here, there's around 8. There's over 25 now. So there's wonderful things that are here, and there's wonderful things to happen for you. And I'm deeply honored, and I know Patrick, I speak for both of us, we're deeply honored to have been a part of it and to remain a part of it until the end of April, and then to remain a part of it in our hearts, of course. I'm deeply humbled to be in the lineage of the ministers who have served here at Unity Naples. So peace and love. Thank you for your love and your support of us while we are here, while we have been here and in our last month. Take a breath, especially if you're new here, welcome. Came up in the board meeting to have this special song. You guys are good to do it? Mm-hmm. Awesome. Let this song be our anthem, really.
We were broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round. In you we saw the fighter. Now we see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we're gonna walk it out. Move mountains. Yeah, we'll rise up, rise like the day. We'll rise up, rise unafraid. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again. We'll rise up, high like the waves. We'll rise up, in spite of the ache. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you.
And so we take this moment to just feel gratitude, because that is God. To know that nothing is moving anything except for God's hand. And as we allow the coming and going to be the blessing, as we allow ourselves to be in that third kingdom consciousness, in the flow, trusting, trusting, trusting. This is who we become. This is who we are. And it is from this place that I give great thanks. And I know that as we move into the week ahead, that we are that blessing. And we do, and we must, and we will rise up so that no mountain that appears before us has any power at all. God is good. God is good. God is here. God is happening. God is for us. And for this, I give thanks. And so it is. Amen.
Come on and stand up with us. Come on. We'll rise up, high like the waves. We'll rise up, out of the air. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again. Oh, we'll rise up, high like the waves. We'll rise up, in spite of the ache. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you.
And let us say together what we know is true, is that the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.